Hi kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday. This is probably the first live, kind of live, shot in the new place. This is the nerve centre of all my sort of projects and weird stuff going on. I've got a hat and scarf on because I'm just haven't took it off since I've been out this morning. It's cold. I did promise you guys that I would do a little update on what's happening with the Marvin costume because it's been a while. Well, I've made a concerted effort to do a lot more work on the chap. Let me show you some pictures first. I will try and edit stuff into the video. I wonder if you can see these. Okay, so Marvin's head there, right. So as you can see there, Marvin's head is very big, and that's what he looked like before I sprayed him silver. He's currently in the Chepstow area getting 4 or 5 coats of filler primer and filler to smooth him out nicely, so I'll have pictures of him next week to see what it looks like with a decent finish. Now with the rest of Marvin, I'll edit in some photos, but going through, as you look down here, you'll see and hear my 3D printer is currently printing one of the feet, or half the foot. It's been going for 15 hours now after a number of failed prints. Where is the foot? Here we go. It's printing one of these basically. So that's the front. No, that's the back. No, I'll say again. That's the front of Marvin's foot. Now the back is identical, but there's more of a cutout here, because obviously your heel needs to go in here, so there's more of a cutout at the back, but they are symmetrical and identical. So that's another front coming out. This is a front, so I've got another 2 backs to do. Now with the arm, you may remember ages ago, hang on, let's put the phone somewhere. Okay, you may remember a while ago I made a mock-up of the arm. This is the right arm, and I hinged it so I could sort of fit my arm in there. Well, I printed one out, and I had to, although it looks the right size, and it seems to be the right size as I remember Marvin's arm being, I printed out the top half of the arm in 2 halves, obviously. So basically your arm fits in there, so your shoulder fits in there, and that's kind of the bicep area, and that matches the forearm that was made for me by another chap, you see. So there you go. So basically, that would go like that. Now I taped all this together and tried it, and although this seems to be accurate in size, it's going to be extremely tight and painful for me because I've got arms like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, obviously. So in the end I thought, forget it, scale it up. So I've scaled it up. Let me just take that off there. Hang on. Printed a much bigger arm. I'll show you the comparison. So there's the top. Now again, like I said, this one seems to be the one that's closer to the right size, and this one is a bit chunkier. It's not a lot bigger, it's 10 or 20% bigger, but as you can see there's a lot more room there for me to get my arm in, because the thing with Marvin is your arm comes in all the way down to here. It doesn't just go straight in and down, it goes in at an angle. So there's that there, and then you need a forearm. So you can see the difference in forearms. That's the top part of it. Right then, here we go. So you can see the difference in size. This one is bigger, but it's also much more better. So that would go in there, and as you can see, it's quite a nice fit. Once it's hinged on, I'll be using metal plates on the outside, just like the real thing. So there's a much bigger a more comfortable arm to wear. Feet on the way. Hands, I haven't done anything with the hands yet, but as you can see, these hands are really nice, made by Martin. I've still got some greeblies to go on there. There's a bar supposed to be go down the middle here, and some rubber pads on the inside of the mandibles. These are still very big. I'm considering whether I should scale these down a little bit, but we'll see how they go. Because I've scaled the arms up, do you know what I mean? I think these might actually be pretty good. Anyway, we'll see. As for the body, it's time to cut in some pictures here. The body is still an MDF box. I've cut holes in the top and the arms for, obviously for the arms. Now, each arm is going to be mounted onto one of these bearings. This is the kind of thing that the arm will be mounted onto. I'll show you with the big arm. So that goes on the side of the body, and that is basically glued onto there. So on the inside, I need to cut out a bit more of this to fit my arm through, because like I said, it goes in diagonally. And then this will be mounted onto a bearing, because with Marvin it's not just the arm that pivots at the shoulder, it's the entire disc that pivots. You see? So I may have to make a bigger one of these, but I've got two of these 12-inch, no, these are 10-inch bearings, which are, you know, good for R2D2s and that kind of thing, but you know, they're big enough to fit the arm through, etc. And I've just had this in the post. It's a slightly bigger one. It's a 12-inch bearing, and this is what the head is going to sit on. So this will go on top of the MDF body, and now you can see I can fit my head through that quite easily. And when you look through Marvin, you're looking through the mouth of Marvin. So he's 6 foot tall. So as he turns, the bearing will turn nice and smoothly. See?
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
No one even mentioned it.
Now, there are other bits. There are vac form pieces from the front and the back, which I've got in a box. I want to get everything else together. There's a skirt piece that goes around the bottom end of the torso. You'll see the pictures here as I'm editing. As you can see, that's been vac formed in clear. I want to say ABS. It's either ABS or PETG or something like that. But they are currently with the guy who made them, because he can't get into the school where the vac former is, to pack them up and send them to me. So I've got to wait for that. Again, pandemic, lockdown, messing things up for everyone. So that's the skirt. That's in 4 pieces and needs to be glued together, filled and sanded and painted, and attached to the torso. Now either side of the torso, like I say, 2 of these will be mounted on the sides, but these themselves will be mounted onto the bearings, and the bearings will be mounted onto a steel plate. I've had the 2 steel plates made. Again, they're up in the Bristol, Chepstow area. Bristol, Chepstow? No, actually in the, I think in the Bristol area. They've been laser cut. They were laser cut months ago, some point last year, but they need to get sent out to me now, so I can put them on the side. I think they'll be temporary fixings, so when I'm putting the costume on, I can actually get them bolted onto me once I've got my arms in. I sort of fit my arms in, then bolt the plates onto the side of the body. Can't wait to see the head. I've got lighting to go in there. The chest unit will have some lighting on it. I've got those pieces all 3D printed from Gavin. They need some, you know, painting and finishing, etc. There's a lot of stuff basically. I think what I'm doing is putting off all the painting and sanding until last minute. But a lot of these very big pieces, this is PLA plastic, or PLA plus. You can see there's some warpage that has been going on, so that's got to be filled before I paint it. So I'm going to fill all these gaps, and the feet will probably be the same. And I know definitely, look at that, now that should be a dead straight line, but it's like you can see it's a curve. How much of a curve that is, you know, that should be a dead straight line, so there's a lot, same with that. It's a lovely curve, but it should be flat. So this, once I printed the bottom half of these forearms, they've got to be filled. I've got filler coming in the next couple of days, so I can assemble everything, but like I say, I don't think I'm going to be going too crazy trying to get rid of the print lines on this thing. PLA doesn't sound very well, as anybody who's got a 3D printer knows. If this was printed in ABS, it'd be a lot easier, but I can't print in ABS because it involves hotter temperatures and fumes, poisonous fumes. So I'm printing in PLA. It's cheaper and quicker when it isn't messing up. So I'm working through quite well now to get all the pieces done, and I think I'm happy with this size of the arms. Oh, I do have the shins. The shins are up here. See if we can see them. You can see that white thing there. That's a pair of shins. In fact, there's another one here. They've got boxes on top of them and stuff, so I'm leaving there for now. They're the shins, and the thighs of Marvin are built on the computer. They're not printed yet. I'm going to measure the shins one last time, check everything fits, and then the only thing after the thighs to be printed, they're going to be done in 4 parts, 2 parts each. And then after that, I've got to work out the ankles that basically go down the ankles and sit onto the feet. And that's pretty much him.
I think you ought to know I'm feeling very depressed.
Oh God.
Well, here's something to occupy you and take your mind off things.
It won't work. I have an exceptionally large mind.
Marvin.
All right. What do you want me to do?
So it's basically like a big model kit. I want to do the assembly first, you know, and then assemble them bit by bit, arms, legs, body, head, etc., and then get them all painted. And you know, I've got the voice kit from Paul, which is amazing. It's got about 200 samples of Marvin's voice and 4 different combinations on buttons, so I can fire off all the different voice clips. So yeah, it's going to take I reckon, you know, most of the year to do, but hey, we're not going anywhere, are we? So I'm not rushing like crazy. There's no events to do it for, but it's something I definitely want to do. Very noisy 3D printer, as you can see. He has been very naughty recently. Weirdly enough, printing the foot. This foot printed in one hit, vertically like that, with no support. It was fine. A couple of rough insides, but everything else is fine. Tried to print the second one, and as you'll notice, if you can see, where are we? There's bars across here. Where you can't really see. There we go. You can see these little walls across here, and on top I've got brims going all the way around. And can you see where it's kind of trying to lift up the masking tape? It's there's a lot of warpage going on, and I've ruined maybe 1/4 of a reel of PLA on a couple of failed prints. All sorts of things. It's temperature, it's nozzle height, clogged pipes, all sorts of stuff. So I've bought replacement bits and I've tried different settings. So at the moment it's behaving. So like I say, I've added all the walls and everything else to make it more stable while it's printing. So fingers crossed. This one's been going, like I say, now for 15 hours and it's just about hit the halfway mark. So another 15 hours will be done with another front, and then I've got another 2 to do of the back of the feet. So that's where we are with Marvin. I know this has been a bit of a rubbish video. It is locked down at the moment, and there is so much in the way of everyday life that we can't get things done. Not just on Marvin, but many other things I'm working on. So hopefully next week we'll have another video. I'm not even sure what that's going to be yet. I'm hopefully I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I've had a headache for like 2 days, and the painkillers aren't touching it. I am a bit blocked up and sneezy. I don't think it's the dreaded virus, but it does make you think, doesn't it? No, I haven't really been in touch with anyone, so I think I've just got a cold. I am a bit sort of stressed out about stuff. I've got a lot on my mind, and I will hopefully get back into doing some sort of semi-decent videos for you guys as and when. So if I can't think of anything to do next week, I'll put up a repost of one of my previous videos that I took down. A lot of people have asked me for certain videos that used to be up but they got taken down. Yeah, that's it for this week.
Just that.
As usual, if you just happened upon this video, please be kind to leave a like and a subscribe, and if you so wish, a comment. I will see you all next week, most probably. Take care now. Bye bye then.